Hi there, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, thank you for stopping by. My name is Radia. Today is the 26th of August. It's 11:18 in the morning. I hope you're all doing fantastically well. Now, by the title of this video, you can see that today I'll be talking about the benefits of fasting and how to prepare for a prolonged fast. Now, just going to give a quick introduction to anybody who might be new. So, as I said, my name's Radia. On this channel, I talk a lot about fasting, health, weight loss. Weight loss is a major thing, fitness, all that stuff. I've been on a journey to lose weight for years. I finally came across fasting after doing many different things, juice diets, keto, everything, which, you know, they all had their pros, but fasting is the one that stuck for me, that I found that it's not only going to help me with weight loss, but it's just going to help me on a whole with health and everything. So I've been doing fasting on and off, but the reason why I've not reached my goal is because my mindset's been wrong, and I've just not stuck to it, or I've done it and then I've just gone back to my old ways. I've decided that I've changed my mindset. I've decided this, right? Whether or not it's true, we'll find out. But I've decided that I've changed my mindset and I'm going to really focus on getting this done. Now, in the past, I've done rolling fasts. What that is, when you do a fast, let's say it's a 3-day fast or a 2-day fast, water fast, and then you break your fast with maybe a 3-hour window of eating. So let's say between 2 and 5 that day you're eating, and then you go straight back into another 2 or 3-day fast. I've lost 30 pounds doing rolling fasts. It wasn't easy, but it wasn't very hard. I felt the best I've felt in a while. That was last Christmas, I believe, or 2 Christmases ago, I don't know. But then I went back into my old ways. Old ways is eating whenever you feel like it, and not caring about what you're putting in your body. So I've been doing that on and off. Period of fasting, period of not caring, falling off, and it's just been a big yo-yo, a big cycle, and I'm ready to break it. So I've decided that I'm going to go into rolling 72-hour fasts. So that's fasting for 3 days and then breaking it, having that little window I told you about. I think I'm going to go with a 3-hour window, but you can choose what you want to do. 3-hour window of eating, and that doesn't mean I'm going to be eating consistently for 3 hours. I could never do that. But what it means is that I can eat in that window, but as soon as that window is shut, I've gone back into my 3-day fast. So that's the plan. I feel like I haven't been on the scale yet. That's another thing. I don't rely on the scale so much anymore. I just do what I'm supposed to do, and then everything's supposed to fall in place. But I will be getting on the scale. But at the moment, I feel like I have about 50 pounds to lose. And so the plan is to do these rolling fasts until I've lost all of the weight. So I want to get straight into what's the benefits of fasting. So here we go. If you see me looking anywhere other than in your eyes, I'm looking at my notes that I have here and over here. Okay. So number one, okay, can I just quickly say as well, everybody's going to have their own list of benefits for fasting, and there are loads of benefits, not just what I'm going to discuss, but these are my main benefits. Aside from the fact that I'm going to lose weight and look like the best I've ever looked, and just wear skinny jeans and have no muffin top and all of that, aside from that, here are some other benefits of fasting. Firstly, decreases inflammation. Are you aware that a lot of the drugs on the market that promote anti-inflammation are dominating the market? Diabetes, autoimmune diseases, obesity, arthritis, all of these conditions are inflammatory, and these medications are for the pain and the inflammation. So if you're doing prolonged fasting and you're decreasing inflammation, then surely you're healing those conditions without the medication. So that's why I love fasting, and that's one of the benefits of fasting. Secondly, it enhances stem cell production. Now the stem cells, I call them the reserve cells or the spare cells, and they're cells that turn into different types of blood cells. But when you do prolonged fasting, you're increasing the stem cell production, so you've got many more of them just sitting there waiting to be used, which is again a good thing. With prolonged fasting, you can regrow brain cells. Yes, regrow brain cells, which means I guess that can help with memory. And to be honest, I'm telling you something about when I do prolonged fasting. And when I say prolonged fasting, I mean proper prolonged fasting. So in the past, I've done what they call dirty fasting. So that's where I say that I'm fasting, but I may have Coke Zero to get me through the day, or a coffee, no sugar, but coffee to get me through the day. I call that dirty fasting because it's not as pure as I would want it to be, just strictly water. When I'm fasting properly, I find that when I'm working, I'm much more sharp, my memory's better, I just feel my best up here. So that's another benefit of prolonged fasting. And next one, and I'm smiling because this is one of my favorites, autophagy. So autophagy is when you're recycling those old damaged cells in order to get newer, healthier cells. Again, when I fast properly, I find that, so I suffer with skin issues, psoriasis, eczema when I was little. In like the summer months, it's easy for me to have allergies on my skin. When I'm doing prolonged fasting, I kid you not, and I've done videos, if you go back on this channel a couple years, you will see the skin issues I had. I actually put pictures up and how fasting cured it 100%. And I know that it was the fasting because I had the issue for a while and it wasn't ever sorted until I did prolonged fasting. I lost about, I don't know, 2 or 3 inches from the front of my hairline because of the psoriasis and the scratching and just picking, and I lost my hair. I was bald at the front. I was embarrassed. I just wore wigs constantly, and being able to like wear my own hair out and wear braids and stuff, it's just like heaven. I was covering up even in the summer months because of the rash that affected my whole chest. Go and look at the past video, go and look at the pictures, and I cleared it up like nothing happened. My hair still has some thickening to do at the front, but it's the best it's been in years. So that's why autophagy is one of my best ones, because I'm renewing these damaged cells. I'm getting fresh, brand new cells. Can't complain about that, can you? Right then, so this next one I'm probably gonna have to read because it's just like new to me. And it is increasing mitochondria. So that's the energy factors of the body. So what they're saying is when you're doing prolonged fasting and you're increasing this mitochondria, you've got more energy. Again, when I fast properly, I find that I do have a lot of energy. So I might feel empty because I've got nothing in my stomach, but then I still feel like I've got a lot of energy where like I'm about the house cleaning, I'm going to the gym. But when I'm doing the dirty fasting, I do find that my energy is quite low when I'm prolonged fasting, and that's another reason why it's probably best, if you're going to do a fast, just do it properly. Yes, the Coke Zero might help you along the way, and it's better to have that, in my opinion, than breaking your fast and having a burger. But if you can manage to just do the fast properly, I would definitely advise it. You get all the benefits of it as well. The next one, another important one, is decreasing tumors. So tumors can't survive with ketones. And when you're doing prolonged fasting, you are running on ketones and insulin levels drop. So when you're doing prolonged fasting, your insulin levels drop. Insulin is a hormone that lowers the level of glucose, the sugar in the body, in the blood. And then cancer lives off sugar. Go figure. So I've got a quote here. I was listening to, and I apologize if I get the name wrong, okay? I was listening to Sadhguru. I do listen to him all the time, but in particular I was listening to him today, and he said something and I just had to quote it, so I'm going to read it. If you don't cleanse yourself, it will pile up over a period of time. It determines the way you think, feel, understand and experience life. I'll say that again for those in the back. If you don't cleanse yourself, it will pile up over a period of time. It determines the way you think, feel, understand and experience life. Now that's, if you actually think about what that means. So just imagine somebody who's eating constantly, every 2 hours eating. You don't give your stomach, your body, a chance to rest. Everything's piling up and then you can just crash. And in my case, that was the psoriasis or mental health issues. And just look after yourself while your body is still running is the point I wanted to give there. Now that we've discussed some of the benefits of fasting, I want to go into how to prepare for a prolonged fast. Now, I call a prolonged fast anywhere 2 days and more. And again, other people prepare for fasting differently. I follow a lot of people on YouTube, like Dr. Berg, A Healthy Alternative, many people that I feel have a lot more knowledge than me, and so these are where I get a lot of my tips from, Cole Robinson included. And so these are things that I've tried out, have realized they work for me, and so This is almost like my personalized plan, but you might do it differently, and whatever you do might still work for you. So I'll get straight into it. You need to focus on hydration. And hydration does not just mean drinking water. You can eat water, you should eat water. And when they talk about eating water, they're talking about eating things like watermelon, apples, peaches, cucumbers. You're getting your fluid that you need in, and you're not just relying solely on drinking, you can eat it too. I would suggest preparing for your fast 7 days before you go into the prolonged fast. To give your body a chance to get into it and prepare properly for your fast. Another thing is avoid toxic foods. So these could be your bad oils, your refined fats and sugars, just the unhealthy foods, you know, burgers, chips, crisps, fries, sugar, sweets, cakes, all of that. Try your best to avoid it before you go into a fast. And if you cannot avoid it, at least cut down for 5 days before the fast, because the 2 days before you fast, you got to cut that out, mate. I'm sorry, you got to cut it out. But at least 5 days before the fast, if you cannot cut it out completely, because you know we are addicted to sugar, at least cut down. Okay, good. Try and have more healthy things like vegetables, proteins. And another really important point is, if you're not already intermittent fasting, go into intermittent fasting. So intermittent fasting is where you have a period of eating and a period of fasting, and then in that window where you're eating, that's the only time you eat. The rest of the time you're fasting, you're not snacking, you're probably just drinking water. A nice intermittent fasting routine that I did, that I like, is not eating until 12 in the afternoon and then not eating after 6 p.m. So you've got a 6-hour window there, and then you're fasting for the other 18 hours of the day. I think that's a nice, I'm not gonna say it's easy, because if you're used to eating all day every day, that might be very difficult. But if you're going to go into prolonged fasting, I'm guessing you've probably done some fasting before, probably intermittent fasting, 1 meal a day. So go to intermittent fasting, or if you're bad and brave, or if you are used to it and can manage it, just go straight into OMAD a week before you fast, because again, you're just preparing your body for that fast. And when I say OMAD, we're not talking about a 4-hour window here, guys. OMAD is 1 meal a day. So maybe it's an hour window. It's that 1 meal you're going to eat, and then for the other 23 hours of the day, you are fasting, drinking water, no snacks, no food, nothing else, just fasting, okay? What else do we have here on this list? So when you do eat, that largest meal, so if you're doing OMAD, it's the only meal you're having. And if you're doing intermittent fasting, you might have a couple of meals in that 6-hour window, or whatever window you have, but try and make the largest meal be more closer to noon. And I've heard a healthier alternative say this, and it's because it gives you more time to digest the food, and the sun helps you to metabolize the food. I think that's right, yeah. So it's always best. And also though, I find, this is like another personal thing for me, when I'm doing, be it OMAD or prolonged fasting or intermittent fasting, whatever kind of fasting I'm doing, when I have my meal, so my main meal, way before bedtime, so like I said, I don't like to eat after 6, the next day I don't feel so hungry and I just feel better. When I eat late at night, 10, 11 o'clock, even 9 o'clock, first of all, I have dreams, and I don't know what that's about. So if I eat before bed, I have dreams, and sometimes they're nightmares. And also I wake up the next morning and I just feel like eating. When I'm somebody who, all of my life, before I even was introduced to fasting, I don't feel like breakfast. But if I eat late at night, I feel very hungry in the morning, and I don't like that. And I don't like going to bed with a full stomach. Guys, we just have to learn to give our systems a break sometimes. There are your benefits of fasting, tips to prepare for your prolonged fasting. Right then, and the last thing I want to say is, so 2 days before you're going to start your prolonged fast, you should get rid of sugar. Guys, no sugar. Trust me, believe me with this one. This is not just something that I've read, it's also something I've experienced. If I ever try and, like, say if I had a weekend of drinking alcohol, eating dirty, right, and then I'm like, oh my God, I feel so guilty, I'm fasting on Monday. It's always Monday. Guys, I want to get serious on Monday. That's what it always is. That's not why I'm starting the challenge on Monday though. Well, it probably is. But anyway, whenever I just jump straight into a prolonged fast, oh my goodness, it's like, you know when they say sugar is addictive, I really feel like I'm just craving it's just bad. Guys, just prepare your body. So 2 days before you prolonged fast, cut out all sugar, all of if you wasn't able to cut down, if you wasn't able to cut out the sugar and the bread and all that completely before, like, you know, when you first started the 7-day prep, then at least 2 days before, make sure you cut it out. Trust me, it will make the fast easier. So what I would suggest is, if you could do the last 2 days of juicing, that would be good. I used to juice all the time, and I loved it. I really loved it. In fact, I have a juicer and I'm going to get it out, give it a good clean and get it ready for the last 2 days. So juice the last 2 days before, but the last 12 hours, again, I got this from a Healthy Alternative, his channel. The last 12 hours before a fast, just make it green juices. Don't add in all that fruit and sugar, because again, even though it's good sugars, it's not like your cake and donut type of sugars. It's still sugar, and you want to give yourself the best chance at the fast, don't you? So that's it. 2 days before the fast, if you can, just do some juicing. If you can't do juicing, just cut out all sugar and all that naughty stuff. 12 hours before, definitely just try and juice, no sugar, green juices, and give yourself your best chance, as I keep saying. I'm starting my fast on, when am I starting it? The 5th of September. And so a week before that will be the 29th, coming Monday. So I'm going to try my best. I'm not perfect either, guys. I'm here with you. That week before the fast, I'm going to try and implement as much of these things, if not all of these things, as possible. Join in on the fast if you want. Go to the description box if you want to see the fasting circle. Click the link, join the fasting circle, so everybody, we can be fasting together, talking to each other. I've also got my Facebook page in the description box. That's where we talk about fasting, how we're doing. You can ask questions. You know, you're just surrounded by people that are also doing the same thing as you. Talk to me, guys. Also, I've just decided to join the TikTok community. Well, I had an account, but I just was like, I just don't know how to use this. I can't be arsed. Then my son gave me some tips, and Gary V gave me some tips, not personally, but you know, I watch his channel, and I decided to create a TikTok. So I've only got probably 2 videos there at the moment, but the details on my TikTok will be in the description box. So I'd appreciate it if you could go over there and click follow. It was great talking to you. I think the next video I do now will be once I've started the fast and how it's going, and I will record my whole journey to the 50 pounds weight loss, how the fasting's going. I'll be honest, truthful and transparent. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.